Alright, howdy ho folks. Multiversal Medium here, and we're back at it again with another episode of Dread Delusion. Oh, slot 1, 4 delusions. Last time we left off was a week ago and I can't remember what the heck we were doing. So this time we're going to try to remember what the heck I was doing. Oh, yeah, I think I did save in here. Give me a second to relearn all the nonsense controls. Yeah, we did learn we could actually upgrade this place too. Let's see here. 50, 1 iron, and 2 woogofins. This is 100, 1 whatever the heck, and 2 smiggly booths. And workshop takes an iron, 50, and 2 who's it what's it's. Honestly, considering I have the can I sleep? I'm pretty certain I can sleep in this bed. That's a thing. Nope, that is not the button for that. Yeah, I'm able to sleep there. Just gonna claim it as my own. That's the button for that. Okay. It'd probably be smart to get, I don't know, the workshop going. I don't know what the trading room does. Do I have enough for this? Sure. Okay, out of that. Constructing, unfurnished. Lost 50 coins. I still don't think there is actually a proper way for me to resheath weapons as far as I'm aware. And I am just glad that people aren't genuinely upset at me. I don't have enough for that, but we may as well go for this. I mean, why not? I mean, besides possibly ore and materials being finite in origin. I dislike it when games do that, man. It's always nice when you're actually able to just kind of grind out and get what the heck you want with a good bit of effort. Time and effort pays off, you know that. Good, fun stuff right there. I'm wondering where this stuff got built. I know there's a ship right there. And there was this. Where did this go again? Well, it doesn't matter. It's not active. Actually, now that I think about that, isn't that like all the way down to the bottom spot? I got the rank of confessor. We'll be working together. Just remember the rank of confessor will stick to you like a birthmark. It marks you as a prisoner, seeking penitence through duty. Even she cannot escape that tainted rank. And sure. I just love the weird designs and the surreal aspect of this game. It's so awesome. Yeah, no idea where it built the barracks and the training hall. Then again, maybe it takes time. I would have assumed they'd be up top. Like in that room where I hit the crafting thing. And then again, what do I know? Not a lot, actually. I'm not good at knowing things in games. I'm good at questioning things. Not much else. What's the jump button? There's the jump button. See, I'm already questioning things and getting answers. Moving right along. Alrighty. Nope, not that. Here we go. This happens anytime I haven't played a game in a minute. It's like, what button is what? And it happens always the second time I pick up a game. Friendly with a apostatic union. Outlaws are neutral. Goblins are neutral. Darkstar mercenaries are neutral. I can become friends with the goblins? Oh, that's awesome. Actually, yeah, I like that a lot. Real lot, actually. You like it. Goblins are... Where's treasure? Small fortune. Markable treasure. Fine ore. Shielding potion. When I get this treasure stuff? Then again, whatever. I got it when I got it. That's all I need to know about. Alrighty. And I think it's like D-pad for various items and stuff. Okay, yeah, get back in the swing of it. As I was saying, I love it when... Let's look for the map, dude, actually. They said they were underneath this area, so may as well. Having a map would be super useful. In a lot of lore and series as a whole, goblins are just considered like monsters. Which is weird. It's really weird that that's just considered the norm. Because I don't think of any monster knowing really how to use tools and, you know, building shelters with like actual support beams and stuff. I don't think of monsters really, I don't know. Oh, right, these dudes. They still got knives. What you got going on, man? Get out of here. Get wrecked. Yeah, okay. Get out of here. Stop your nonsense. There we go. Gotta relearn how this game controls. But yeah, I don't consider it basically what the equivalent of like a fantasy tribals are as monsters. But it's like a social thing that's never really handled in almost any setting. It's like, yeah, they're just monsters. It's like, they have their own language, man. Well, yeah, monsters do. It's like, do they? They're using tools, and it's like, well, they're monsters. They just figure it out by watching us. And it's like, they're using tools, building societies, and have their own, like governance system. It's like, yeah, monsters. It's like, I don't know if I'm really okay just being on board with that. Like, it's always just kind of framed like that in almost every high fantasy setting. Did this? Nah, didn't grow back yet. Let's see if I actually, me putting the points into agility made it so I might have a better chance at this. Lock over here. Yeah. Parkour. And parkour. 5? Yeah, that's a bit better. Got 8 lockpicks? May as well. Yeah, it's never really touched upon, like, the weird social aspect of that and how that's really arguably super screwed up and racist. Ooh, chainmail. We got armor? Awesome. 4 armor, 20 armor plus 10 defense. A chainmail hood that fits snugly over the head and shoulders. A gentle clink of the rings fill the wearer's ears whenever they move. Ooh. This isn't just armor for your body, it's armor for your soul with that sweet ASMR, yo. Oh, heck yeah. I get some ASMR going 24/7 every time I walk around. Heck yeah. Another aspect of it, weirdly enough, is... Gosh. There's something else I was going to say about goblins. What the heck was I going to say? So that's the weird society aspect of them, just like treating them like nothing. Oh, right. And an aspect that's not really brought up either is like, they're probably not feral considering like, I don't know, they have a language, they talk, they do things. They probably in a lot of settings actually just attack humans on sight because it's ingrained in them. If they leave a human alive, they all die. That seems pretty natural, right? You know, you only have like humanoids constantly wiping out your civilizations anytime you get them going so many times before you start to realize, yeah, maybe we should kill them on sight, huh? Yeah, actually. Like, I feel like orcs had this entire same issue a good while back before they started to be accepted a lot more as a humanoid race. And, you know, things like D&D and other series do allow goblins to be a humanoid that you can play as, amongst other things. We gotta go. What you doing, man? What you doing? You're wrecked. Where you hippity hopping at? Yeah, Harry. Blah. Yeah, orcs eventually grew out of it, and like I said, in D&D, goblins are considered like a playable race in a lot of settings. That's wonderful. That's probably where we need to go, honestly. But it's still considered like a very basic, yes, first enemies of an RPG, goblins. It's like, I don't know how I'd feel about that. Like, ooh, this dude has something else going on. Okay. Oh, you're just a projectile one. Okay, I get it. That's what the other one was doing too. I just wasn't close enough to see him do it. That's good to know. Just spit out stuff. How lovely. Piece of candy and a piece of candy. Lovely. And, lever? Is this where I freaking fell down and died for the first time? I can't believe my first freaking death was just because I met... Yeah, this is 100% it. My first death was because I fell off an elevator. That's awesome. It's hilarious. It's my favorite thing ever. As I was saying... What was I saying? Goblins... Orcs... Finally being accepted. Oh, right. The fact that they're still considered base enemy types in a lot of series, and I want to say that's mainly just because of Final Fantasy, since it's like one of the first enemies you come across in the first few Final Fantasy games. I don't think any other series does that. Yeah, I can't think of another series that does that. But you'll read a lot of media that either goes in the goblin direction or the slime direction as yeah, this universe's like training fodder enemy. Meanwhile, one of them is just a mindless hippity-hoppeting like sludge with like surface tension. And the other is, I don't know, the strength of a child and has the intelligence to use tools and put out fires and be upset you're killing its kin. Well, it tries to kill you because it knows, oh, I don't know, its entire settlement will die if it doesn't kill you. You know, just goblin things. Ooh, that's a tower. I don't want to go in the tower. What do we got going on over here first, though? It's always nice exploring a open world game for the first time. Ooh, piece of candy. No offense, but that's mine. What you got going on? Almost. Yeah, you A-posing. What's up, man? The scholar has one eye pressed into his looking glass. As you approach, he squints, takes a deep breath, and is suddenly still. Are you okay? Phew! As the scholar sneezes, he sprays a thick globule of mucus over his looking glass lens. He wipes his face and looks perturbed. These bloody mushroom spores. Why did I have to be sent to Quill, of all places, to make this danged map? Ah, there's one of those flying dragon things in the background. Can I get a copy of your map? Look, I don't have time to pander to your every want. The chief cartographer needs this urgently. They turn to look at you, then pause, as if realizing something. Actually, you know what? Maybe you can have a copy. As long as you're willing to work for it. I can do that. What do you need, man? We're making a new kind of map. A magical map. With blackjack and hookers. It tracks the shifting movements of these islands and corrects itself. It also tells us where the nearest bar is, with the greatest liquor in town. It's wonderful. The real work is the cipher spell we're weaving together, but I need someone to go out and anchor the spell to specific landmarks. Take this cartography notebook. When you get to a landmark, equip it and use it to make a cipher chart. The map will show up in your journal. If you obtain a compass, you'll be able to see yourself on the map too. Oh, heck yeah, I bought 1 or 2 of those. I didn't know if I'd need more. I don't know if they're consumable. There are 4 scholars working on this map, including myself. Together, we cover Hallowshire, the Endless Realm, the Clockwork Kingdom, and Quill. You should also visit my colleagues to see what landmarks they need. The most important region we need mapping is Hallowshire. I'll note these locations in your log, as I'm sure whoever marks them will be rewarded. What landmarks you need for this region, man? He sniffs, wipes his nose on his sleeve, and points to the towering fortress behind you. I'm pretty certain that's behind you, man. Well, the first one I was supposed to chart was the old God War fortress over there called the Blinding Light. Only I heard it's infested with pirates and smugglers, so I was going to wait until I felt better. He looks pretty sheepish. Then there's another fortress to the southeast of the island, but still sniffing. That's some good mushroom spore. Have you seen the huge creature that's floating above it? No. That one will have to wait. And finally, there's the Sacred Shroom, as the locals call it, to the northwest. Only that's the largest mushroom I've ever seen, so it would surely destroy my sinuses. Yeah, you know what? That's freaking fair, man. You're in a weird catch-22 scenario. I don't blame him for complaining about this. This sucks for him. Especially being, like, allergic to mushroom spores. Don't worry, man. When we die, the mushrooms just kind of consume us all anyway, so it's fine. So is there any reward? Well, you'll get access to the map itself, but I suppose we could throw in a few coins for each new cipher chart, too. And if you manage to map the Hallowshire region, I'd consider giving you a recommendation to the Erudite Academy. Can you see it? Flying up there in the sky? Real cool and all? Being allowed access is a real privilege. Believe me, I have access to it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, you sure? Very well. Is this just going to bring me back to the last dialogue options about the cipher charts? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's just the old dialogue options. Can I ask some questions of you, fair sir or madam, or whatever they may want to be called as? By all means. What's this academy you mentioned? I mean, I'm pretty certain I used it as my origin nonsense to get stats, but who cares? The Erudite Academy. It's only the most esteemed academic institution in the Union. You can see it up there in the sky. It's a flying island that travels around the apostatic Union to where it's needed most. We've been stationed on these One-Eric Isles for the past year or so. There's an elevator platform that will take you to the island, but you can't get in without a recommendation from a scholar like myself. Fair. Fair. Is the recommendation just a card? Can I just stab you and take a card thing and get on? No, that'd be too simple. Can I kill NPCs in this game? Not really my MO, but I'm curious. If this game let me rotate saves, I'd 100% just try killing this dude. Can you tell me about this island? He swallows and rubs his bloodshot eyes. Oh, you mean Quill? Well, it's the northernmost island of these One-Eric Isles. The local neuron star that orbits all the islands every 12 hours or so. It's brightest when it passes Quill. Decades ago, the locals had a particularly nasty god, which meant they were more than willing to take up arms in the God War. This place became a front line in the fighting. That's why there are so many old fortresses about. Of course, when the war ended, it went back to being a sleepy sort of place. Though it's technically part of the apostatic union, you'll find that few heartlands have really heard of Will. Unless they're particularly fine to scry shroom tea they make here. If you want to meet the locals yourself, I'd head up to Quill Village, above us. But if you'd rather be in civilization, and I wouldn't blame you, take the road north to Hallishire, where the apostatic union has a larger presence. And more than anything, as I'm sure you've noticed, Quill is covered in blooming mushrooms. The spores stick to your clothes, they get in your hair, your nose. It's enough to make anyone... Pauses, suddenly becomes very still. I think I'm going to sneeze. Yeah, actually, that's all I wanted to know. Your pleasure? No, man. Farewell. It was mine. For me coming to your tent, give me 5 coins and a side quest. And that's a win in my book, to be perfectly honest. I think we talked enough about gobos. Goblins. Is gobos like a... Like... You know what? There's enough people playing goblins in D&D that, like, somebody out there is going to think, like, gobos is a weird slur or something. Whatever. It's high fantasy. I don't have the energy for it. Oh, right. These things. I forgot use was things. Oh, wait. That's a silk shroom thing. Not a silk shroom, just silk milking thing. Yeah, I can milk silk. In this universe, we bioengineered goats to make silk, and then they evolved into giant floating fish things. What else would you expect? Beautiful. It's art. Yeah, silk thread. I wonder how that project is doing. If you guys don't know, there was a scientific project to basically splice goats with spider DNA, I want to say it was spider DNA. So you could milk them and refine the milk into silk, basically. And use... Well, they're planning on using that silk as, like, I don't know, something or other. I honestly don't know. But it was an interesting prospect of bioengineering as a whole. Was this just open? The door is barred from the other side. Oh no. There's a bar on the other side. I don't know the code for the speakeasy. Bummer drummer. Anyways, really interesting. Usually we get our silk as a society from worms though, so I think spider silk is actually just stronger. It's a heck of a lot stronger than most materials now that I think about it. Ooh. Love the wind chime. Ah! Oh no! Skeleton! Hold up, hold up. I need to drink this delicious juice. Okay, what you got going on, man? Ooh. 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 I gotta drink another juice. You're pretty tough. I flubbed every single one of those parries. Ooh, yeah, what the heck, man? Yeah, I don't like you, actually. You're not nice. I thought you'd be having a fun, spooky jam going on, but you don't. See, this isn't fun, happy Halloween. This is annoying Halloween because trick-or-treaters stole all your candy, and then they egged your house. This is less than sunshine sparkle. It's not even spooky, happy, fun time. Oh, there's a dragon over there. Dragon? Dragon? Oh, I missed the dragon. Yeah. You just gotta duck and weave right now. For some reason, I'm just not landing those parries. Again, maybe I just don't have the stats for it or the weapon for it. Skeletons are always such a weird enemy type. Like, they only really work in a series that basically has magic to some degree. Because, like, what else would be animating a series of bones to, like, walk around and move? Alright, what we got going on? So that's these wonderful wind chimes and skeletons trying to kill me. Ooh, delusion. I almost got a full delusion. I just got a glimpse. False. I kind of do like that system. Like, I know I'm the kind of sucker that usually would grind almost anything to just get better at a game I'm enjoying. But having to actually explore the world, perform quests, and just, you know, experience this game as a whole in order to level up is a nice change. I do like it. I just like that it kind of puts a cap on what you can and can't level up, basically. There's a finite amount of delusions, most likely, and that's a bummer in my opinion. But it's an indie game. I'm not expecting it to go forever. It's amazing that there's an indie game like this that's just open world exploration fun. Like, this is already outside the bounds of most indie games or studios, to be honest. Especially like the art design. I already harped on that. They went hard with this art design. I know, PS1 style graphics. I don't care. Look how wonderful this looks, man. Yeah, it's wonderful. Ooh. Are you the one I already got? Yeah, okay. Uh, actually, let's get back on that topic and then talk about skeletons later. Um, yeah, silk is weirdly strong for how small it is. Like, if you get a thread of silk and you compare it to, say, a thread of steel or whatever, same diameter, everything, the silk is way stronger. Don't you taunt me. Get smacked for your taunts. You get parried and smacked for your negligence. Don't you taunt me, Boyle. And it's part of the reason why silk is so amazing. It's obscenely strong. In fact, silk doesn't really easily tear or break when it's made into a cloth. It's actually super useful in a lot of ways as clothing, especially for, let's say, warriors or whatever. If you wore, say, a silk shirt back in the day and you got impaled by an arrow because somebody shot one at you and just hit you in the chest, the silk doesn't really break when that happens, which lets you easily remove the arrowhead and everything. Ooh, this is new. What's this? Ooh, squirming godlet. A squirming, writhing creature that looks at you with wet, beady eyes and occasionally squeals with some unknown intent. The various factions in Hallowshire might be interested in such a specimen. Perhaps the Apostatic Union or the Wiccans. Oh, okay. Did I just pick up a baby? Am I a mama now? What you got going on, man? You got parries going on. That's what you got going on. Yeah, what you got? What you got? Yeah, parries for days, son. Parries for days. Get out of here. Yeah, I guess I'm a mama now. Anyways, it would let you, like, remove the arrowhead and everything basically super easily because it didn't tear or rip around the arrowhead. Ooh, poison. A deadly poison that can be applied to weapons. After coating your equipment with this nauseous substance, all attacks will poison enemies for a limited time. That's good, man. Is there, like, poison resistance? Would that work on Skellymounts? Huh. I mean, maybe test it out someday, considering how annoying Skellymounts were to fight right then and there, but I'll get better. It's an RPG. As anyone who's played Dark Souls know, you don't start with the Skellymans. You go to the Skellymans mid-game. I love how that area is right there at the start of Dark Souls, and like 90% of players just immediately go for it. is like, oh, that was the wrong decision by a country mile. Yeah, get out of here, man. Get out of here with your nonsense. Oh, they can do a bit of a melee attack, but not worth knowing about. Just get rid of them. Ooh, piece of candy. Anything right there? No, not seeing anything on top of the mushroom. Yeah. Okay, forward we march. Anyways, yeah, it's why silk was used a lot in the countries that could farm silk. And farming silk's really interesting, actually. It grotesque to some, probably, but what the heck isn't? Everyone's squeamish about one thing or another, who cares? I mean, they care, obviously, but we can't all care about why X or Y person is squeamish about certain things all the time. We can do our best in social situations, but not every social situation will let us do that. Moving the heck on. Farming silk is actually like taking silkworms that eventually pupate and cocoon and turn into a moth, and basically they farm them. Then I want to say they let them actually turn into moths. I can't remember exactly if they just take the cocoons afterward or not, but I know the process. Get that going. Heck yeah, man. No, something around here felt weird. They'll take the cocoon. I can't remember if they... Pretty certain they let the moths actually hatch from them and go about their mothly duties. Yeah, just to be safe. I know I can buy these later and I can farm coins from killing enemies. It's whatever. They'll take the cocoon afterward and... Ooh, yeah, that should be level up. Good stuff. This is a 6. Well, I got a 6. Lovely. Oh, we could have gone through here. There's definitely another way. Oh. Is that another... Oh, no, that's a hatched one. Pretty certain that's one of the hatched, What is that? Is that just a trap? Yeah. Oh, that was a waste of a lockpick. Okay. Cypher Spear. Shoots a bolt of magical energy to damage a single foe. Though the Apostatic Union heavily regulates the use of offensive magic, its navy donates huge sums to universities to ensure the refinement of each such spell. Awesome, we actually got an offensive spell. Let's get that going. My Giles is finally up to 3. Might is nice. Does it make right? I don't know. Guile. Honestly, I feel like I should probably go with Guile. Increased stamina for parrying. And just better lockpick chances is very nice. It's something I'm starting to learn more and more. We just got our first offensive spell, but I'm not going to put any points into wisdom. It's already pretty good. Regenerate, charm, and barter skills. I think I'm going to put one more into Guile, and then we're going to start putting points into might. That way it's not falling too far behind. Get that offensive spell going. We'll see how that actually works out in the future. Do we? Yeah, we're good. As I was talking about before, silk farming. They take the cocoons. Ooh, yeah, I'm drained. I need to get back to town, actually. Ooh, this is where the last one was. Gosh dang it. There we go. Yeah. I would have missed that hardcore. Bummer drummer. Oh well. But yeah, they take the cocoons, basically just soak them in like warm water, I want to say, and then grab the thread and just start unraveling an entire cocoon's worth of silk. It's probably some of the most mind-numbing work, but weirdly cathartic and enjoyable for what it is. Let's make our way over to the elevator real quick. And, ooh, maybe avoid that boyo. Leave the elevators this way. If I remember right. Yeah, I think it's, on top of that. But yeah, that's basically it about silk. Wonderful, arguably obscenely tough material that's got a really weird way of farming, because like, yeah, there's really no other way to make silk besides insects and arachnids, and we farm the insects. Yeah, let's get back up here, and this should take me all the way to town. And even though I don't want to be in town, should make me close enough to easily. Yeah, it would be this way. Make it back to fortress and, you know, just go from there. Yeah. This looks like an interesting landmark. Actually, yeah, what would I need to do for... Is it just an item I'd equip? Cipher Mahoozits? Yeah. Yeah, cool. A sketch of a landmark you made in your cartography notebook. On its own, it is but a trifling detail, but it will help flesh out the Academy's map of the region. You can give it to an Academy scholar to gain a small reward. Yeah, cool. I actually really like that. No. I like Etrian Odyssey a lot. I guess something about mapping out the RPG you're in is just nice. I've always been good with mental mapping as well. And where I currently am located when in conjuncture of the places I have been. All that fun stuff. But yeah, silk farming, interesting. On the complete opposite spectrum, we have skeletons. Woo! What we were talking about earlier. Basically just really weird form of undead, man. Just a really weird form. Cartography cipher chart. A chart you created in your cartography notebook. This chart is enchanted with cipher to magically update even if the landscape changes. You can give it to an Academy scholar to gain a reward. Not a small one, and just an outright reward. Good to know. Let's make our way up. Are any of these rooms finished? Or is like, do I need to do more? Huh. How does this work exactly? The part of the property is still under construction. Okay, so it is a timing thing. It's still under construction. That's good to know. I don't know why I didn't just teleport over here. Actually, I do know why. I just didn't want to get rid of my new awesome, like, actual damaging spell. That's why I didn't teleport. Gosh, I'm a fool. Skeletons, spooky, scary skeletons. They're barely even human, nothing but a pile of bones. Yeah, they're hilariously pathetic in a majority of media, to be perfectly honest. Like, can you honestly think of almost any instance a skeleton would be dangerous? Like, there are some series that properly handle them well, and those series tend to have the skeletons easily come back and get back up and stuff. There's nothing like an enemy that you can't really keep down, and that's when skeletons actually really shine as an enemy type. But that's not the norm. It really ain't. Ooh, silk thread. Nice. Like, the norm is they're just shambling bones that kind of suck. To be perfectly honest, yeah, they're just shambling bones that suck at being anything. They're usually very slow, creaky nothings. And, it's a bummer, but it's hard to imagine them almost as anything else. I see a lot of, media kind of go with, like, the skeleton mage approach, kind of like maybe a skeleton archer to kind of keep them far away from other opponents. That kind of stuff, which I guess that makes sense. That's cool. Whatever. Chill, funky, fresh. The major issue with them is that usually they don't seem very intimidating, so I feel like a lot of people don't like using them in their media either. Like, we grew up in a post-Halloween Party City universe, and let's be honest, you see a skeleton, you think just plastic, weak skeleton thing, and most media kind of agrees. Not all, just most. Just most. Oh, is that... No, that's just a plant right there. Nice. Yeah, get bent, boy. Yeah, how you like that? Sneak attack. Oh. There we go, parry. Get out of here. Good stuff. And we even got a throwing knife. Good, good. Got some, jitter seed. Yeah, yeah. And there is that mechanical who's what's over here. I could pop a save real quick, I probably would. I like how this tutorial area has, like, undead for the one region. Obviously a mechanical enemy over here for the other region, and since it's mostly, like, apostatic in nature, it's mainly, like, humanoid enemies beyond that. But if you do explore, you can actually see, like, yeah, these are the enemy types you're basically going to be going against, and you should probably get used to how they work. That's good for a tutorial. Which, this is basically all it is. A tutorial. Ooh. Can we make it in? 3? Oh, come on, man. 50% chance. Let me in. Okay, the boy. Shoot. Shoot. Well, that was dumb, man. Oh well, it is what it is. What do we got going on? The device crackles with a distinct pulse of cipher magic. Its ocular skull registers your presence, and a mechanical quill scratches out the following lines. Rejoice, downtrodden thrall of the defeatist powers. Thou standeth now within a fiefdom of Mechanus Rex. Proclamation. This honorable vassal governs the protocols of its indentured auto-serfs. Descrying census. Number of inactive auto-serfs, 253. Number of active auto-serfs, 1. Current labor protocol, militant agriculture. Dost thou have a query? Want to change the labor protocols. Pondering. Judgment. Alteration of the protocol is only permitted by order of Mechanus Rex or its appointed deputies, or by the obtained discretion of this vassal. Therefore, query. What is thine argument? Charm. Your serf is causing havoc and will likely be destroyed unless you tell it to calm down. Success. Contemplating canon. Disputation. Assaying validity. Judgment. Thine argument is found worthy. Oh, heck yeah, man. It's the best way any argument should end. I wish I took, like, debate, like, club classes or whatever in high school, and that's how every single debate ended. Judgment. Thine argument is found worthy. Therefore, edict. Auto Surf Labor Protocol is hereby revised. Current Labor Protocol, benevolent agriculture. All hail its majesty, Machinus Rex, the Clockwork King. Cool. 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 Yeah. Awesome. Sure. I think that basically means the robot dude is not an enemy anymore, and he's just going to be helping out the farming dude. That sounds probably best for everyone involved. Seriously, just a robot, like, auto surf. I like how it's just a surf. There's a lot of love in this game. I love that too. I don't think there's much more to harping on with the, Ooh. Out of lockpicks, though. I used them all trying to get into something that I could easily just get in by walking around back and pushing a button. I was a fool. Fool for the lovin'. Can I buy lockpicks? Was I able to do that? I should probably do that if I can. Yeah. I'd like it if I could actually just see the difficulty of a lock without having to actually roll to try and open a lock. Yeah, I definitely want to get in there. Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can actually buy some. As well as probably turn in this quest for the now super friendly robot buddy for your farm and stuff. But was there anything else to say about skeletons? Probably not. There's a few games that handle them well. And like I said, those are usually the ones where like they easily get back up. Oblivion makes skeletons super annoying, but Oblivion makes like boars super annoying as an enemy type. It's not surprising. Most enemies in Oblivion are just that. Super annoying. Oh, what's up, man? Oh, you're just like a choo-choo. You just like, oh, man. I like you. The machine continues with its agricultural duties, indifferent to your presence. Man? Is this where the dude who made Choo Choo Charles got his inspiration from? Because, either one of you guys was inspired by the other, and I know this game's been in early access for a long time, or you both be having the same nightmare demons and stuff. And, that's worrying, man. Yeah. What you got to say, man? Sorry if I'm a bit distracted, traveler. That blasted mech from the Clockwork Kingdom is still ravaging my crops. Yeah, I've dealt with the machine that's been bothering you. His eyes open wide. You have? And there was me thinking you'd been hacked into tiny pieces, he chuckles. So tell me, how'd you do it? I changed its protocols. It should tend your farm peacefully now. He seems taken aback. You changed its what now? So you mean it's all friendly all of a sudden? Strokes his chin. Huh. If this works, and that machine proves you in half as useful as I heard they were, I'll be the richest shroom tender in Quill. He breaks into a beaming grin. Maybe even Hallowshire. Thank you, stranger, truly. I have here an old family heirloom. It would be worth a few bob to the trader in Hallowstown. Please take it. You've earned it. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's why I like Charm. If I played KOTOR or any, like, BioWare-style RPG, I always went with the persuasive skills and stuff. Tend to make things a lot more fun and interesting with how you handled a lot of scenarios. Honestly, I'd probably pick up, what is that? What is that old computer RPG? Why can't I remember it? I'll probably pull it up on screen right now so you can just look up and be like, oh yeah, that one. But yeah, it's a game where, like, it's a demon apocalypse, which isn't handled very often. I think I talked about that towards the ends of Bard's Tale. That demon apocalypses just aren't done a lot. Always good to see a returning customer. What can I do for you? We got Scratch Room Tree Brewing, and I've got a room to rent upstairs. Let me peruse your services. That's what I like to hear. I've got a pot of Scratch Room tea on the brew, and we've also got a few other odds and ends if you're hankering for supplies. Also the room to rent upstairs for 2 coin if you need some rest. See what you got for sale. Alright, here's what we got. You, please tell me... Nope, he ain't got no frickin', lockpicks. And that is upsetting, because I could really use some lockpicks. I'll get some more health potions. Those are just useful. I've got enough. Oh, okay. Oh, he's only got one of each of these. Do you restock? Huh. Well, whatever. I am going to go to the, God Shroom or Sacred Mushroom or whatever. Get that cartographied. All fancy like. Go from there. Anyways, it's an old computer RPG taking place in a demon apocalypse setting, which isn't the norm. I mentioned that in Bard's Tale because, like, I can only really think of that game and Berserk, basically. This is not the way this elevator should be facing when you get off it. That is an instant, like, yeah, I'm gonna walk off that and die. Which is hilarious, but I've already died once by an elevator. I want to do it twice. Is it like... I feel like it's got escape in it, like Hellscape or something like that in its name. But the game honestly allows you a lot of freedom in how you handle almost any scenario. Especially when you consider the protagonist of the game is known as like the Undying or something like that. Immortal, I don't know. I honestly haven't played it. I've just looked into it and be like, yeah, this is probably some of the best writing in video games that I've never played before. Anyways, it lets you have a lot of freedom in how you handle almost any... Man, Can I buy lockpicks in Hallowshire? That would really light a fire under my butt into actually going over there, to be perfectly honest. It allows you freedom in how you solve problems and do things, which is wonderful. And one of those ways you can do it is basically just be persuasive as a whole. I know a lot of people were amazed with, what was it? Undertale allowing you to do a pure pacifist run, but it's not the first game that did that. There are a lot of games back in the day that kind of allowed it. Ooh, am I like bleeding? What's that top left? It's definitely a status element that is now gone. Cool. In this game, 100% allowed you to do a pacifist run. Western RPGs used to be pretty good about just allowing a lot of choice in how you handled characters and stuff, because they were heavily inspired by D&D, whereas like JRPGs went more down the let's see here, waiting for that pop-up about this is a good cartography place. Ooh, you even got like building stuff on it. I like it. Going full Telvanni, are we? Ooh, parkour skills time. Well, I'm failing majorly, but parkour. Parkour. Good enough. JRPGs went in the opposite direction and mainly just focused on the leveling aspect of RPGs, whereas like Western RPGs were a lot more about the choice and character building and making your character to fulfill a role kind of thing of RPGs. And obviously they've kind of merged with their game design philosophy over the years, but that's just how it was for a bit. JRPGs were mainly about leveling, and Western RPGs were about role-playing a character for a playthrough. A more perfected form of that Western RPG philosophy, as well as like going all in and character leveling and like customization through the leveling system, would be Baldur's Gate 3 that came out vaguely recently when this episode came out. It's probably being uploaded or whatever. So yeah, it's been a process, but games have grown as a whole from it. Anyways, this game let you basically do a full pacifist run just by going into the charm stat, basically, personality-wise, persuade people. So you can explore and deal with the problems of an entire, like, demon apocalypse hellscape by talking. And it's astounding and wonderful. And it arguably maybe even makes sense for the character, considering like he is old and weathered and arguably immortal, and why would he care about killing things when he can't find death himself? Like it's a nice role-playing setting set up as a whole. I don't know if what ending in that game or what playthrough with that game would be considered canon, but from what little I know of that game, it seems almost on point for the character within it to not want to kill things as a whole. Because I think he's technically an undying individual from before the demon apocalypse, and the demon apocalypse is just the norm for everyone there now. Like, it's been that way for like generations. He is old and still not dead. Yeah. Honestly, a game worth playing if you're into isometric computer RPGs, for sure. It's always up there on the list of like, hey, I'm getting into this genre. What should I try? There's definitely some. Oh, heck yeah, man. Finally got some offensive spells. Get out of here. Yeah. Love having offensive spells. Spellcasting's not too bad in this game. Very obvious charge up what's going on. You don't have to switch your equips or anything besides your spell equips down the road. I just don't have any more slots for any more spell equips right now. So it's just the one spell. Yeah, it's pretty good. Reminds me of Oblivion or whatever. Which is good stuff. I think Oblivion's handling of spell casting as a whole was pretty decent back in the day. Get that dude down. Get a potion in. No, I'm under attack from the ranged dude, but let's go for melee with him. There we go, get him down. Ooh, mana potion. Good stuff. And yeah, I believe Morrowind, which this game was based off of, had the setup where you kind of needed to... Oh, I got out of bounds. Why does this always happen? Okay. Well, I swear, I was playing like an indie RPG maker game the other night, and I somehow got out of bounds. And that game's like... Those games are tile set games. Like, you're basically only supposed to walk on the tiles that are considered you can walk on these tiles, and I still got out of bounds. Why does this keep happening to me? As I was about to say, though, it's not really that big of a deal getting stuck anywhere in this game, because we already know we have the return home spell. We got a get out of jail free card at all times, which is nice. A lot better than that RPG Maker game, that's for sure. Oh, yeah, man. These are done. Good stuff. What's this one? Oh, we can do alchemy to make potions, I'm assuming. Nice. I mean, I suppose I figured, considering it mentioned alchemy with stuff. You have not unlocked any trophies for this display. I mean, that's fair. We got this. Oh, we can turn it into a closed helm. I like that you can upgrade all your armor and your weapons and stuff. I don't know if it's the smartest. Honestly, I don't know what, like, I should be doing with my equips yet, and I'm probably not going to know until we get to, Hallowshire. Oh, okay. Simply because, like, I'm assuming that town, you've not unlocked any trophies for that display. Okay, okay. Same with that. Oh, I got one for that one. Okay, cool. Cool. Because, like, I don't know if this game actually does let you buy better weapons or not, or if you're just kind of, like, this crafting menu is what you want to do to get better weapons, and that's it. Same with armor. We'll handle it when we get to the next town, but it's kind of like an Outbound Ghost, when it's like, I'm pretty certain if I keep at this, I'll be able to buy, I don't know, healing potions or something, right? It's like, no, there's no healing items. There's no items to use in battle whatsoever in Outbound Ghost. I was just assuming because that's usual RPG nonsense. So, yeah, we'll probably go to Hallowshire, figure out if there's any, like, weapon stuff I can do there, and once I get a yes or no, we'll continue with crafting from there. Should be good. And we do still need to get some sort of material for this. And we're missing... I believe I got regular iron ore, and I got, like, high-grade iron ore. That's probably, like, highest grade or something, like a tier beyond that. It's for what, the training room? Okay. It's unfurnished. I wonder if I can add other furnishings to it. Maybe just the trophies? Stuff to look into. Either way, it's basically been an episode. Got out of bounds, even though we're doing a dungeon type of thing. Rambled, which is kind of my MO. Oh yeah, dead god. Good stuff. Either way, it's been fun, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Hopefully these longer episodes for this series are enjoyable or decent as background noise. I have no idea how long this game goes, but I'm having fun with it. And I hope you guys are too. So I'll talk to y'all later. Ciao!